In the 21st century, disruption is in vogue, but it's nothing new. Over the past 125 years, the country witnessed countless disruptive events that challenged perceptions and uprooted social norms. In 1935, at the height of the Great Depression, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt introduced what's now referred to as a social safety net. He presented a plan for Social Security and unemployment insurance to help offset the federal cost of caring for the elderly, and claimed it was the ultimate answer to balancing the U.S. budget. The next few decades ushered in the atomic age. In 1954, American scientists advocated nuclear power to generate electricity, claiming it could be cheaper than coal. This was despite what the Wall Street Journal called hard-to-assess costs, which safety precautions and possible lack of long-term reliability may add to the reactor systems. In 1956, the nation buzzed about a new kind of power, the surging economic might of the American teenager. Teens shared in the post-war economic boom, spending money on clothes, drive-ins, dances, and rock and roll. At the time, the Wall Street Journal noted how advertisers hoped to build brand loyalties for the future. In the mid-60s, the United States was in the throes of a civil rights movement, as African Americans marched against discrimination. In 1965, President Lyndon Johnson appeared before a joint session of Congress and pushed for what the Wall Street Journal described as the toughest voting rights bill ever proposed by the federal government.
There is no Negro problem. There is only an American problem.
The Voting Rights Act eventually passed. By the end of the decade, scientists had identified pollution as a major threat facing the world's oceans. Worldwide oil pollution, even diluted by the ocean's vastness, is nearing crisis proportions. The next year, the first Earth Day was celebrated on April 22, 1970. In 1980, Sherry Lansing broke into the Hollywood Boys Club, becoming president of Fox's movie unit and the first woman to lead a major studio. Over the next 30 years, President George W. Bush would fail in his push to privatize Social Security. The BP oil spill would contaminate the Gulf of Mexico. The country would elect Barack Obama, the first African-American president, and citizens fought for equal marriage rights. All the while, teenagers were still teenagers.